Well, hello all. Just going to let the timer count down, just let people join before we get started. But hello, Saxman. Hello, um, can't pronounce. Zinedine, I want to say. Hello, Las Vegas. Hello, a name that was. I hope everybody's having a good day, or good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Music will be stopping soon and we can crack on with it. But how's the audio initially? I know there's music in the background, but how's the voice in general? So, I can't wait for this destroyer USS Benham. Yes, she does look quite nice. 16 torpedoes in total. Looks very interesting. You have just under 2 minutes to get yourself sorted with a cup of tea or something like that. Not long now. Well, we're going to call that the start of the stream. So, hello everyone. I hope you don't mind the little timer thing. It's just a new little thing. Just let people join in before we get started. Whereas there's always going to be the opportunity that people may miss the very start of the stream. So we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. And fingers crossed, I get rid of this and we go straight into it. So, how is everyone doing? I've seen Saxman, Zinedine, Las Vegas. Then it was. That's everyone who's given a shout out. Oh, Amaryl Fluffkins, who gave a shout out early on. As always, guys, if you give the stream a thumbs up, it always helps with promoting the live stream, as always. Just going to quickly catch up with your comments before we go through. But 2 tier 6 destroyers for 2005 doubloons. I'm stoked. Okay, I might have to look into that. I bet those mid to short range of those 16 torpedoes, though. Yeah, I think they're saying they're very short. Yeah, that's what their name was saying. Anything new for Halloween this year? It looks like there's going to be some camos and possibly some commanders, but obviously they're not teasing anything until later on. Las Vegas, I was wondering how the team deathmatch Halloween mode will be. I feel like it's going to be a cluster. We call them fusterclucks fast. That's what I call them. Call it a fustercluck, right? And then that way you're not swearing. Rightio. I hope everyone's okay. Hopefully the audio's okay. Everyone can hear me. If you can just give a quick acknowledgement. I already hear that Las Vegas said the audio looks quite good. Just going to be checking it my end as I go along as well, just in case. But that looks all right to me. And yeah, okay, I think we're right. Stream's going good, so let's make a start on the October update. So obviously, I'm just scrolling through. I'm going to be talking as I go along, and then this is also just a way for you to. You can either read along as we go along, or you can add in your own little comments and queries and things like that as we go along. So let's have a look. I have been working today, so I've given these a quick skim over twice. However, I haven't gone through every single line of detail, so you're going to have to bear with me as I go along sometimes with this. As I'm not official CC, I don't get patch notes 1 week in advance of everyone else, so literally I'm going through it exactly the same as you guys do. So obviously we're looking at a 2,500 megabyte update, so you have to do that. I wonder how many of these 2.5 gig updates we're going to keep getting, because I'm sure eventually people's consoles are going to start running out of room. Now let's see. Let's go through this. So obviously we have Tier 6 Premium Destroyer, the Benham. We have the Italian cruisers, obviously coming with their exhaust smoke finally because they just felt so wrong without it. We've also got, Soviet destroyers are being buffed. Okay, alright, fair enough. And sector alert function. So, they're calling it sector alert function. I just got to call it map ping. At the end of the day, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be pinging the map. So that's going to be quite interesting. Let's see how this goes. So obviously they've done a bit of a teaser image here. I love this map. I love the idea of that map. Just this tiny little narrow straight in order to launch loads of torpedoes through. Let's see what else we got here. That looks like Halloween. That's Halloween. That's Halloween as well. Halloween crate. Something about big crates as well. That's a destroyer. That's a destroyer. That's the Russian one, isn't it? That's the American one. And here we go. We got an Italian smoke cruiser. So yeah, all right, fair enough. Anyway, covered off most of the things there, which is quite nice. I think you might be right, Zin. I'm just going to check out as I go along, so you might have to bear with me. But I think you might be onto something there. Now let's see what we can do. So we've gone through that. So let's start off with the Steel Redeemer campaign. So as always, there's going to be a campaign. This is for the destroyer that they've teased, the USS Benham, the Tier 6. Benham 80 milestone campaign. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. The campaign also offers desirable rewards along the path. Lots of goodies. You'll also find Halloween 20 crates, so Halloween 2020 crates. These hold some interesting items, ranging from rust buckets, disposable camos, to give your ships that battle and time-worn look. Okay, alright, that'd be interesting to see what they look like. To unique Halloween commanders. So, it doesn't say if these are the Halloween commanders from last year, but the Halloween commanders last year were for a battleship, a cruiser, and a destroyer. Because I think this year the Halloween event's all about destroyers, so it could be interesting that there's going to be some unique Halloween commanders for destroyers. Yeah, all specializes in destroyers. This is a bit. If I just read a little bit more, right, I wouldn't be speculating, would I? One for the US, one for Germany, and one for the Soviets. Okay, so that's interesting. So we've already kind of got one for the Japanese, haven't we? Because we got that last year. So we got one for the United States, one for Germany, and one for the Soviets. Okay. More of a grade 4 Halloween skins for Benham, Z23, and OG. I'm going to call it OG. Can be found in Halloween 20 crates. Additionally, each container will drop 250 tabs, a special currency that can later be spent on upgrading Halloween ships and acquiring special store items, including Tier 6 Premium Destroyer OG. Okay, so this is basically the two destroyers that you're on about. So basically with the campaign, you get the Benham, and then if you save up all your tabs, you can buy yourself an OG. Well, we'll have to see how that goes, but let's see. So I'm not waste the currency for the crates, just the Soviet Tier 6 destroyer. No, that's fair enough if you're looking for another destroyer. I know it was. I probably will, but for the collection purposes, no, that's fair enough. I might have to look at what the other rewards are. Las Vegas, I assume the commanders will be new, otherwise it would be pointless for other players. I do hope they give a chance at the old ones, though, since I wasn't around with them. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, whether they would do like a bit of both, like let us have some access to new, some access to some old, but we'll have to wait and see. And then what if it requires currency? The funny thing is they haven't mentioned about the next early access ship. I'm not surprised. I don't think they would want to release a tech tree split. Obviously, they've told us to expect a tech tree split before the end of the year. However, this is only October. We still got November and December patches coming, so that's 2 more patches coming. So it's going to be one of those. Which one? I can't really say. But we got some more speculation coming along a bit later. And then it was. They are American, German, Russian strike islands. Yeah. Right, let's see. One important thing about Halloween 20 crates, the skin you will find inside do re-roll. Okay, so the skins for the Z23, the OG and the Benham re-roll. So basically that means once you get one, you're not going to get it again. However, the commanders do not. Okay, so you're going to end up getting possibly duplicate Halloween commanders before you actually complete collecting them all, if that's what you're going for. So here's the interesting one, guys. Yes, you're getting all these lovely tabs, and you can buy yourself the glorious Og. However, you will be possibly missing out on the ability to get Halloween commanders. So it's going to be quite an interesting one to roll for, but I can see justification for the amateur backing on this one, especially if you are looking to gobble up as much as you can of the stuff they're giving away. So an important thing to note about this campaign is we're going to be resetting the weekly havoc. So basically, yeah, the weekly havoc is going to be a week-by-week basis. They're bringing back the hard mode missions, so that's going to be quite interesting. So the chain available from day one. This time, however, you'll be able to use legendary ships. Wow, legendary ships, great. I can't wait to use my legendary ships in my hard mode. Yeah. Anyone else getting a hint of sarcasm there? But the requirements might change accordingly. If you wish, you can use lower tier ships. Yeah, I will be, thank you. Feel free to do so. Completing one card at each stage. Please keep in mind that there is one task that requires you to hit enemy with 10 torpedoes in a single round. This particular task can only be completed with non-legendary ships. Yeah, that's because all you've done is introduce legendary battleships. I'm going to be honest. Oh well, okay, right, let's have a look at this. Or not. Okay, let's try again. There we go, here we go. Alright, so while we're looking at this, I'm going to quickly jump in. Zooming in. Og, that's the Soviet destroyer. Yes, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Ognevoi? Basically, it's either I just give it a nickname, and everyone knows that when I say Og, I mean the Soviet destroyer, or I try and pronounce the name, and we end up with me changing the pronunciation every time we read it, and then some angry Russian saying, oh, you didn't pronounce it right 100 times. So, stream, I'm going to let you choose. Do you want to call it, either put Og or Ognevoin, whatever you want to call it? I'll go with the whatever the popular vote is in regards to what I should name this destroyer as I go along. Obviously, when it comes to reviewing the destroyer, I will actually try and put a bit more effort into actually pronouncing the name and doing some research. But as this is just literally off the cuff kind of stream, I haven't really got time to go in and try and learn a bit of Russian while we're doing it. So let's see what we're getting here. So obviously we've got booster flags, we've got some camos, experience, fair enough, commanders. Let's see, this is all we really care about. 10, 30, 1, 4, 1, 3. That's quite nice. Now, is this with and without? So basically, so you're not going to miss out on any premium if you don't have amateur backing. Doubloons is negligible, let's be totally honest. Big crates, Halloween crates. Where's the tabs? Oh, do we only get tabs in Halloween crates? Additionally, each container will drop 250 tabs. Okay, so yeah, you're only going to be getting tabs in Halloween crates. Okay, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Right, let's see. Still Redeem campaign starts on November the 9th. Yeah. 2,500. Oh, 2,500 doubloons. That's as per what expected. So let's see. Without, yeah, we've kind of gone through this quite quickly, but only comes to a value of 14,362 doubloons. Fair enough. You get a patch, backgrounds, command crate, column feed, yeah. Only one crate, so only one there. I wonder how we're going to be able to pick up Halloween crates. I wonder if there's going to be a Halloween mission as we're playing along, in which we can obviously pick up more crates and things like that as we go along. I'm hoping that's the case, actually, because obviously I think the Halloween stuff starts earlier, but we'll get onto that a bit later. I guess, yeah, 10 promotional orders, yeah, no, it's not really too... It's interesting, but it's not blowing my socks off, is the total honest truth. And at the moment, it seems like what you're getting without amateur backing is actually going down patch by patch. Is that just me? Or is that something that you guys are also picking up as we're going along? Rightio, going on to the additional awards with amateur backing. So, oh, wow, okay, yeah. Going up to 20 promotion orders from 10. So you're getting 30 in total. Yeah, okay. I'd say they're trying to obviously make this a bit... Yeah, this is more tempting. I think that yeah, they're trying to make it more tempting. So total with Amity backing is 50,000. Obviously that includes the destroyer, and the destroyer I'm going to assume it's going to cost you 12,500 doubloons normally. So that means the total value of the rewards is 37,552 divided by 2. Yeah, so you're not even really getting half the rewards the way it's all been split. You're just going to have to bear with me. It's getting a bit dark here, so I'm going to have to put my lamp on just to light up the room a little bit more. There we go. Sorry about that. So Nadine, Major, have you any idea how much the OG's going to cost in tabs? No idea, unfortunately. Well, not yet anyway, as we're going through, but we might see something as we go through. Let's see. Italian cruisers. Well, Las Vegas, no new bureau projects or legendary ships is the only thing I'm a little disappointed about, but everything they're doing looks interesting. Yeah, no, I can agree with quite a lot of what you're saying there. The bureau seems like it's been launched and then completely neglected, is the best way to put it. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh. Let me know. Am I being too harsh? Right, Italian cruisers. These exquisite machines arrived just a month ago with the wrong smokescreen, and only to receive a major update already. Yeah, it's because you gave them the wrong smokescreen. We're talking about the exhaust smoke generator consumable, which allows these ships to obscure their silhouettes. However, the consumable duration is anything but long. Great, tell us. How long is it? No? Okay, alright, fair. Each cruiser, starting with the Montecuccoli, have 2 exhaust smoke generator charges by default. So basically they're swapping your 2 smoke screens with 2 exhaust smoke screens, which they should have come with from the very start. So fair enough. Echo Drama 2000. Where are we? 2,500. Only 750 back is total. That is a little bit harsh, isn't it? Let's see, 2,500. Yes, it's gonna 1,750 doubloons. I mean, at least they've been consistent with the costs of the campaign for every patch. Every patch, either the campaign or some of the campaigns always 2,500. So I guess you have to give them that. But yeah, it does seem the amount of doubloons they're giving back is also decreasing a little bit. And it's only 80 stages, so stage for stage, it's the most expensive campaign we have ever had. I want to compare rewards. I'm gonna do some research in the back scene, and I'm gonna see. Roma was 1,250 back. Zinedine, you actually get a 1,000 doubloons. Let's see. You get. Where is it? Where is it? Am I blind? $250 there. They missed it. Did they forget to... They forgot it. I think they forgot it. Because it's here. Look, you go from... Without it, you get 250. With it, you get 750. Where is it? Okay, right. Well, apparently there should be 500 balloons somewhere here. Either I can't see it, or it is just not listed. So yeah, it is only 750 in total. Actually, it's not 1,000. There's 250 with and plus 500. Yeah, plus 500 somewhere. The infographic is the best thing to use. Measure use. Yeah, no. You think they get that right? That's the thing. All right. I'll stop whinging. Right, so the newcomer to the line is the Amalfi. She's quite fast, 8-inch guns, 3 triple turrets, and sports the same torpedoes as the predecessor Zara. Okay, that's quite nice there. Towards me there, blah, blah, blah. Smoke screens, deploy on the fly, launching angles. Oh, okay, launching torpedoes while you're in your smoke screen. Okay, fair enough. Well, torpedoes aren't easy to detect, other than the biggest HP pool in her class. Is that cruisers? Okay, fair. Yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense because the Italians do seem to have a lot of HP. Isn't someone? No, it's not. Sorry, Zin. What they've done here. So this is without it. This is with it. So basically, it's two. You get 250 with it and 750 with it and 250 without. You don't add them together. So that means what they should have done is here. They should have put 500 somewhere, but they just haven't, which is a bit of a shame, really. Let's see. So basically, they're mostly talking about her torpedoes and the smoke, really. But the exterior plating was not much. So yeah, these cruisers are just going to go pop quite a lot. So let's move on to some Soviet destroyer improvements. I think. Okay, no, I think I'm up to date with the comments. So let's quickly go through the Soviet destroyer improvements. So, did the Soviet destroyers need improving? I guess so. Let's be honest. They're one of those tech trees that I played once and never played again. To be totally fair. So obviously, Wargaming have kind of agreed that they need to be improved. Um, it's just so the buffs include a better gun range, quicker shifting rudder, improved incapacitation resistance for their steering gears and engine modules, fast torpedoes and damage control party with a long duration. Or this should lead to an increase in ship damage per minute. No, it doesn't, because DPM is based on rate of fire. Right? So how does faster torpedoes or a damage control with longer or engine mod, none of this improves DPM. But apparently it's going to give them increased DPM. I don't know how. I don't see it. So basically they're going to have the same DPM is the best way to put it. As well as the ability to stay afloat longer. Okay, yeah, if you say, while quicker torpedoes are designed to help in escape scenarios, full display. But the issue with the Russians is their torpedo range. That's the problem with them. They're just pure gunboats entirely. Oh, well, okay, right, Dirt Ski. Well, let's be honest, we're only going to be really interested in the Tier 5, the Tier 6, and the Tier 7, maybe the Tier 4. So we're just going to try and focus on that. So, Podovsky, increasing gun range from 9.2, basically a 1 kilometer increase in gun range. That's same here, same here, same here. So we've all got 1 kilometer improved gun range. Okay, yeah, maybe that might be helpful if you're playing at touching distance from the enemy or you're using your smoke screens to open fire from a distance. But usually with most destroyers, your engagements are quite close because your shell trajectory and your shell velocity is going to be quite slow. So being able to hit something at your maximum gun range is going to be difficult at best. I guess you could say, and so the increased range, it's nice, but I kind of feel it's also negligible. If that kind of makes sense. Oh, right. Where am I in these comments as they're going along? It's obvious which premium you're going for. Shh, name it was. We'll talk about that later. Okay, right. So rudder shift increase. What's that? Reduction of 0.1 second, reduction of 0.3 seconds, reduction of 0.6 seconds. And that's a second. Okay, so the rudder's getting better. What's that? A drop in 0.5 of a second, 0.4 of a second, 0.9 seconds, and I'm doing this on the fly, guys, so you're going to have to bear with 0.7 of a second. So I'd say that the Genevi is the one that's actually benefited the most here from the rudder shift. The rest of them, it's negligible to all right, but yeah, definitely the Genevi has come out top here. They've all got this decreased chance for steering gears and engine modules to be critically hit. It would have been nice for them to provide us with a percentage, because it could be just 1%. there's no context to that, which is great. I guess it's nice to know, but it's nice to know, but it's impossible to quantify. That's the problem. Now, going on to the default torpedo speed. So the torpedo speed's getting quicker, so they're going to be very. I guess it means that when you are in your 4 kilometer torpedo range, excluding the Tashkent, when you are in that 4 kilometer well, I guess you can include Tashkent, because Tashkent does come with 4 kilometer torpedoes. But when you're looking at those 4 kilometer torpedoes, they were already pretty fast for their tier. That has to be said. So they've just made them faster. Okay. That means they're basically going to be even more difficult to dodge. So it almost means if a Russian destroyer gets within, say, 4 kilometers of a target, it should be an auto kill, is the best way to put it. The role of the Russian, sorry, the Echo Drummer, the role of the USS RDD is basically a cruiser without a citadel. These range buffs will increase to fill the role. Better rudder shift help them dodge tank. I don't think the rudder shift's going to be enough, and also it's the same kind of role as the French, and let's be honest, you're not seeing many French at the moment. Zin, the Halloween deathmatch, better give some good rewards like the balloons, because they're not helping players. At the end of the day, this is a free-to-play game, and they need to make the money their own way. If you choose not to invest in the game, then that's your choice. But at the end of the day, they need us to invest in the game in order to maintain service and maintain progress on the game. So it's kind of like swings and roundabouts now. Ekodroma on Teshkan, that is. Ekodroma, with these faster torpedoes, if you spec for stealth, you can stealth torp things as you kite. In the Tashkent, yeah. Everything else, I'd probably say not really. Going on to the damage control party, increasing that duration might increase your survivability in close quarters, especially if you're going for that legendary ability, which improves your damage control reload party. I guess, well, damage control reload. But all in all, the buffs, the Russian cruisers, the range is nice, but DDs are supposed to probably get in close, and playing at range isn't really their thing. If you want to play a cruiser, then pick a cruiser, in my honest opinion, I think. These just don't have the DPM. Right, Halloween, RustnRumble. So basically, it's a broken cityscape, and let's see. I don't think it's team. It's team deathmatch, isn't it? Yeah, team deathmatch. There you go. So basically, everyone's spotted from the very start. Everyone's playing in destroyers. There's 3 destroyers to pick from. There's no smoke screens. Everyone's detected. Yeah, you just got to go all out. Basically, it's like duck mode almost. I think duck mode was April Fool's Ducks. That was exactly the same, where everyone could see each other. See, it starts. The event itself will begin on October the 19th, so it looks like it's starting earlier. And we're sharing an additional article with you on October the 15th. So obviously, let's look out until October the 15th to get a bit more detail on that. And that will probably include things like some missions alongside to complete, which hopefully should give us some more things as we go along. Major, can you show us the stats on the Benham? I can only really show you the stats on the PC version of the game, unfortunately. But we could go through them if that does interest people. Balance of changes. So the Alidad skill that was available to Henry Hyde has been slightly buffed. The guaranteed ricochet count has been halved from 1 to 4 degrees to 0.5 to 2 degrees, depending on the rank. And as one of the more unique skills, we found that I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more before I really make a judgment call on that. They're saying they're buffing it, but it looks like things are getting worse. I'll have to look at it. British destroyers Icarus, Jervis, and Lightning will lose their access to Propulsion Mod 2. They were currently extremely effective in most scenarios, save for some encounters with the French fleet, so we didn't want to change much. If you have said modification, they will be removed from your aforementioned ships and moved to your inventory. Why not just give us the credits? I don't want Propulsion Mod 2 modules stuck in my inventory. Just give me the credits, and then I can reinvest those credits back into the same destroyers to then purchase steering gears. Why do you have to make it so bloody awkward? So I'm going to end up with like 3 propulsion mods sat in my inventory, and I'm going to have to sell them? I mean, for me, it doesn't really matter too much because I have got loads of credits, but just give us the credits and let us reinvest it. Do you mean you know we're going to be buying modules for these ships again? So just give us the credits. Oh, I've had a bad day at work. Oh, right, let's see. There's no stats available. CCs will likely drop vids on Monday. Maybe. Well, Monday is obviously, but maybe 1 or 2 days before. The only people who have those stats are Wargaming staff who held to NDA. Yeah, the prop module thing on the Royal Navy DDs is nonsense. Okay, that's fair enough. Miscellaneous. You can now highlight the map sector by selecting it on the tactical map. The signal will be visible to all your teammates for a few seconds. Each sector alert is accompanied by a sound, as well as a battle log message. Oh, great. More. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chaps. I am coming across like a really salty old man at the moment. I do apologise, but again, I'm just thinking here. Oh, great. More messages appearing on my screen, cluttering it up, and more sounds I don't really want to be hearing. I do apologise. I'm sorry. Right, the radar, the visual effects have been enabled for all ships to have their consumable. Okay, so but yeah, originally I think it was limited to just a couple of tier 7s. It's now basically been rolled out onto all of them. Obviously, this is only visible on the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox X. So those of you with those glorious consoles will be able to see glorious effects when you activate radar on any of your radar cruisers. So that's the Bedoyni, the Shores, the Chapayev, the Atlanta, the Boise, the Belfast, the Edinburgh, Baltimore, Wichita, Cleveland. I think that's all of them, off the top of my head. Camouflage will now cover smaller details on your ships, if you could ever zoom in to see them. Redeem code, you can so basically if you haven't, you can always check in and grab this. Obviously down in the description is the link to the patch notes, so you can go and grab this redeem code. It gives you 12 of those Italian camos and 1 day premium count, so if that does tickle your fancy, you can check it out now, you can check it after the stream, check it out in your own time. If you want, I'll even post it into the chat, and knowing my luck, you probably will be receiving this before I'm telling you about it. There you go. That's a nice little thing I can do. And then I put propulsion mods on my Lightning. It gets to full suit almost instantly, so this is bad for me. It's bad for me because I use it on the Icarus, the Jervis, and the Lightning. I think propulsion mods is the way to go with the British destroyers, and they've just nerfed it into the ground. Great. Mapping is preparation for CVs, likely be steering the ship via the map as on PC. Yeah, I think we're still a long road until we get to the actual carriers, but I guess it is the first step. And so, measure, where do we enter this code? Basically, if you go to the World of Warships code redeemer, you will then need to log into your Wargaming account. Once you're logged into your account, you can then start clicking redeem codes or entering in redeem codes, and then of course the redeem code instantly comes into your. So you'll have to do it on the laptop, unfortunately, or laptop, or you can maybe do it on your mobile phone or something like that. Right, the personal accommodation counter has been removed from the inspiration screen. Okay, the available ships in the big crate has been rotated. You can now find the Grouse Bay, the Dunkirk, and the Kidd. Okay, alright, Grouse Bay's quite nice. Dunkirk's interesting. I think Kidd's interesting too. So actually, that's quite a nice, good rotation there as well. And then Tier 7, you could really see them, the animation, and another one you missed was Indianapolis. Indianapolis for radar cruisers. Yeah, I do. I nearly had them all. I nearly had missed one. That's not too bad. Fixed bugs. So Giussano's rear turret had limited firing angles when firing to port. So that was a bug. That wasn't a historical representation of anything. That was an actual issue with the ship. So it's good that they actually sorted it out. The far-sighted skills proximity component failed to prevent torpedo damage as it should have. Oh, glorious. Oh, I like the sound of that. Especially when you see those buddy battleships all the time. Torpedoing a friendly ship would sometimes counted towards mission progress. Ah, I like the sound of that one. Right, rarely division members who are able to enter different battle modes. For example, one player entered a ranked battle while player 2 entered the standard battle. What? Really? Oh god, that's bad. Right. Even more rarely, the game sometimes crashed for a player who received a division invitation. Ah. God, yeah, you'd think your mate was trolling you if that happened, wouldn't it? The button tool tips previously disappeared after a container had been opened. Okay, fair enough. Icons on the loadout screen took longer to load than required after battle. The angles of Edinburgh's secondary turrets allowed them to fire through the hull. They have now been reduced. What, the angles? Oh, that's a shame. I used to like the cheeky little angles in Edinburgh where the turrets would like spin and fire across the catapult launcher. Oh, I miss that. So they've nerfed Edinburgh. Focus frame loss occurred in a patch selection. Okay, no, that's fair enough. New premium ships. The following premium ships are planned to be added during the update. British Tier 6 Cheshire, available for doubloons. American Tier 5 battleship West Virginia, available for doubloons. Soviet Tier 6 destroyer Ognevoi, available for tabs under the RustnRumble store tab once this special event is live. So, okay, they haven't let us know how much that's worthwhile, and we're only going to be getting 750 tabs from the campaign. Okay, no, that's interesting. That's interesting. Right, let's see. Echo Drummer for all those running far-sighted. I actually got the Division game mode bug a few times. Oh, Christ. Then it was. I experienced visual glitch of that. We both still went into a standard as intended. Okay, Echo Drummer, no global XP DD. Again, sad DD main noises. Oh, yeah, they I think you have to be a little bit honest. They are kind of neglecting DDs a little bit. JP God, I think I arrived just at the final, right? Yes, JP, you've joined us for the end again. However, if anyone's got any questions in regards to the game, we can ogle Cheshire while I go through some of the stats of Cheshire. So, what have we got? We've got 6 9-inch guns with a 12.5 second reload, 16 kilometers range, 24% chance of setting a fire. Oh, nice. Two quadruple torpedo launchers. That's those there. Oh yeah, okay. We're zooming a little bit more. Let's see. Very similar torpedo damage to HMS London. Actually, to be honest, they're actually the same torpedoes that are fitted in HMS Exeter. The 15,867 damage, 61 knot, 8 kilometer. Maneuverability, 34 knots. Oh, okay, she's not bad speed-wise then. Turning radius 720 meters. It's big, but it's not massive. 10.5 seconds rudder shift. Detectability 12.1 kilometers. That sounds Interesting. So 9-inch guns. 9 inches. Is anyone else thinking shut up and take my money? And then looks like I'm getting an influx of tier 6 destroyers. My only tier 6 destroyer so far is my Ashasha. I got the Cossack actually. Ooh, that camo. Hopefully they keep this for Legends. Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think you're pretty much guaranteed that they will be keeping this camouflage for Legends. I've not really seen them deviate from camouflages, so yeah, she's quite pretty. I like her. Let's be fair, guys. You all know which one I'm gonna buy. And they keep adding British premium ships, but no British flag in sight. Or British flag carrier in sight. But this is the thing. So we had HMS Exeter. Then we had HMS London. Now we're getting HMS Cheshire. And like, as this keeps going, I'm starting to think more and more we're going to be looking at British heavy cruisers being a tech tree split. Because if it was Japanese gunboats, you would have thought we would have seen a Japanese gunboat by now. But at the moment, we've got 3 British heavy cruisers. Just like Echo Drummer says, we've had 2 of them back to back. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we had... Let me see if I can find it. I'll see if I can bring it up. Bear with. Right, I'm going to pop this up here. Let's maximize it. I wouldn't be surprised if we get this port next patch. Obviously without the Campbelltown. I wouldn't be surprised if we get this with British heavy cruisers in December. I mean, why wouldn't we? Well, we all know why we wouldn't, because I'm wrong. But if I was a gambling man, this is where I'd go, to be honest. At this point, the bigger surprise would be IGN gunboats. Yeah, no, I completely agree, Echo Drummer. There was a British premiums every patch. I won't say no. Yeah, no. The thing is, it's like they know my weakness. They keep giving me premium ships to keep buying, so I have to keep buying them, unfortunately. Echo Drummer. Also, didn't that member of the dev team who dropped that news say his favourite line is Royal Navy cruisers? He said he liked the Minotaur, which is a British light cruiser. Yeah. So that's quite amusing. I wouldn't be surprised if we get that. So yeah, back to Cheshire. Or we can actually close Cheshire down if you want. I mean, I could bring up the stats for Benham on the PC version of the game, but I don't think that... With Benham being down-tiered massively, I don't think we can really read too much from the actual stats on the PC version to the stats on the console version upcoming. So I think that's pretty much everything, chaps. Unless anyone has any other questions or any other thoughts, then I'll be quite... Well, I'll give you a chance. That's the best way to put it. If not, as always, I will be streaming tomorrow. It's probably going to be the usual time. Zinding, Gecko, please show the Benham on PC. Rule Britannia. Right, okay, let's bring up the Benham then. Let me just faff around on here. Let's see, where is she? Here she is. Open a new tab. Click. So there's the Benham. As you can see, so she's a tier 9, and she's been down tiered all the way to tier 6 in console version. So I think she's been nerfed a lot, is the nice way to put it. Let's see. Right, you're going to have to take all this with a pinch of salt, but hit points, you're looking at 14,500. You've got 4 of the 127mm guns, which is about 5-inch guns, yeah. Reload time 3.3 seconds. Yeah, look, it's got Fletcher turrets. Well, it's basically, is it a Mahan? Oh no, not Mahan. It's like a bit like a Benson. You got 2 Fletcher style turrets, and you got 2 of the like open, no gun shield turrets there. Now let's see. Range 12.6 kilometers. 5% chance of setting a fire. 1,800 range. Torpedoes. 2 times 4. 2 times 4. Yeah, basically 4, 4, 4, 4. So 8 torpedoes per side, 16 in total. Let's see. Damage 15,200. That looks like a decent amount. Now, this is the thing. Okay, these torpedoes are what she has in the PC version. 10.5 kilometers range, 65 knots, 15,200 damage. There's no way they've said she's got short range torpedoes. I wouldn't be surprised if it's either Benson torpedoes, or it could be worse. It could be Mahan torpedoes. If I had to place a bet, I'd say they've given her Mahan torpedoes. Is my honest opinion on that. Let's see. Zinedine, that's a nice camo. Echo John, Benham will be dramatically different. Yeah, I think the biggest difference is probably going to be, I mean, they might squeak her HP, they might squeak her speed and her rudder shift and things like that. But when it comes to the torpedoes are going to be the biggest nerf. Graham, is Cheshire a paper ownership? Yeah, Cheshire is an initial concept for a heavy cruiser which started in the early 40s, like 1940, 1939. Yes, she is a paper ship. For the British, our last heavy cruiser design, I believe, is the York class cruisers, because the British moved away from the heavy destroyer concept. So obviously during World War One, we had like a glorious mix of like cruisers with 2 9-inch guns, and the rest of the guns were 6-inch guns, because you had that multiple gun concept. But after the First World War, when we started looking into obviously developing some heavy cruisers, we developed the Hawkins class cruisers. After the Hawkins class cruisers, then we did the County class cruisers. So that's HMS London in the game. Well, HMS London is a refitted version, but it basically is HMS London. Now, once the county class, or the Class A heavy cruisers, were built and finished, the British then went, these are a little bit expensive. They're big ships. They're bloody expensive. Can we get something cheaper? So of course we then looked into how small can we make a heavy cruiser, and that's where you end up with HMS Exeter. She's a York class cruiser. She's a Class B heavy cruiser, and we only built 2 of those. And after building 2 of those, we just kind of went, nah, bugger it to heavy cruisers, because the reason being is a heavy cruiser, it's got a bigger gun, bigger ammunition, means the ammunition is going to take more space, the ammunition is going to weigh more, the turrets are going to weigh more, the guns are going to weigh more. So it means already you're starting to look at all these additional weights that you're going to have to add onto a ship. That means in general that ship's going to be bigger. And when you talk about the British back in that period, in the 1920s and 30s, we had the Empire. You need to have ships across the world. You're one of the 3 big naval powers within the naval treaty, and you have interests worldwide. And so what matters to you is how many ships can you have. And when the limitations of the naval treaty said you can only have this much tonnage of ships, America went, big cruisers. We want make the cruisers as big as possible and as many guns as possible. And the Japanese did exactly the same, make the cruisers big. And we just went, how small can we make our cruisers? And of course, if you make them smaller, that means you can get more cruisers for the same total tonnage. Because at the end of the day, the British were focused on hulls, not individual ships. So the idea was, yes, your cruiser may be bigger, maybe better than ours, but we've got more of them, and so it's a kind of a bit like I'm trying to think. It's like those bees that like swarm the hornet. You might have the hornet, but we've got lots of bees, and together they will kill you. Anyway, Graham, I hope that kind of explains a little bit there. Oh yeah, kind of went off on a little tangent there of history. I doubt those torps will do much damage because the amount of torps. I think they will do a reasonable amount of damage. I just think they will be the same as the tier 5 Mahan, I think. And then the ship would be good in a division playing for giggles. Yes, yeah, no, I could see that. I could. Oh god, imagine 2 of them just chucking out 16 torpedoes together, turning and chucking another 16 torpedoes out. That'd be disgusting. Echo Drummer, who wants to bet the US Halloween commander we can gamble for will be a torp-centric commander? Well, there's going to be 3 of them. That's the interesting thing. There's going to be 3 of these commanders, so you could be and they're all for the different nations. So there's going to be like a lot of variations there. So that's going to be quite interesting. Zin, I think the range of those torps will be at least 9 or 10 kilometers, if not less. I think there will be less. Prepare yourself to be disappointed. I wouldn't be surprised if those are only like 5 to 6 kilometer torpedoes, to be totally honest. Echo Drummer, quantity has a quality of all of its own. That is the saying. Graham, yes, the Battle of the River Plate, good example. Yeah, good example. Again, you got 2 Leander class cruisers and an Exeter. All of them, they're not individually, they're not the most amazing ships, but together they work as a unit. Trying to think of any other cruiser engagements where that kind of like quantity had a quality all of its own. I mean, I guess you can always look at, say, like the evacuations of Greece and Crete. Some of the Mediterranean convoys. Yeah, no. Okay, no, sorry for the really random historical tangent. I hope you don't mind that. That does happen occasionally. I do like to try and follow my history. Sin, well, if its torps are not good, then the guns have got to be good. The guns are going to be the same as the Benson, I think. You're just going to have 1 less. It's very much like that. Trying to think. Wasn't that tier 5 American destroyer Monaghan? That had Benson torpedoes and Benson guns, but was down tiered. So I suspect this has got slightly less guns than Benson. It might have Benson torpedoes. It might have less, like less range. But it's obviously got lots of torpedoes. It could be one of those things. Hey, Kojima, my thinking is that they might make these torpedoes almost unusable unless you have a torp commander, and then put out a Halloween event commander to encourage us to buy loot boxes. Echo Drummer, I really hope you don't work at Wargaming, because stop giving them ideas. Hi, Tio. Has anyone got any more questions in general or anything in regards to the patch? If not, I might start the outro music and then we'll let you go. Obviously, give the stream a thumbs up. It's always much appreciated. Echo Drummer, since Burke Housie can't help much for torpedoes. Okay, yeah, no, I can see that. I could see them doing a torpedo-centric commander for the Americans. Yeah, no, I could see that. That would be... Yeah, Echo Drummer, just see if you can join Wargamers marketing, because if they don't do that, they've definitely forgotten something. That's just definitely true. As in, yeah, most likely I use Alec Burke with it. No, that's fair enough. Rightio, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you for coming along. Hope you enjoy these kind of crazy, off-the-cuff live stream patch notes review. I don't think anyone else does them. There might be a reason, you never know. Vass, thanks for the live stream. See you tomorrow. Oh yeah, as always, I should plug that will be the usual gameplay Friday live stream. So if you're around for that, you can always join join us then. And as always, there will be the occasional community game where if you're on the PS4, you can join me for a game or two as well during the stream. Echo Drummer, I really like the live format. It's a great way to do the patch notes. I'm glad you enjoy it. It's a bit mad, but it works, and that's what counts. Anything major, that's stream over, no gameplay. Unfortunately, that is it for today. This is just a patch note stream. However, we will be doing a gameplay stream tomorrow. Literally in 24 hours time, more than likely, I will be launching the live stream for the gameplay. Go on, thank you again. More than useful as always. Thank you. No, it's always much appreciated. Echo Drummer, stay salty, commanders. Everyone have a good evening, a good afternoon, a good morning, and a good night wherever you are in the world. I'd like to say thank you to a name that was Echo Drummer. Great. I'm going to call you Tonks. I'm sorry. Zinedine, Las Vegas, Saxman. I did see you, Saxman. Oh, JP God. Hello. Thank you for coming along as well. As always, I just give it a quick scroll through just to see if anyone else is there. Admiral of the Fluffkins. I think that's everyone who's commented in the chat, but if you haven't commented in the chat, then I'd still like to say thank you to you. If you enjoy these kind of crazy things, feel free to check out some of the other content, because it's not all like this. And if you are not a subscriber, then feel free to subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. If you want to support the channel on Patreon, then our link is probably in the description. If not, it's going to be on the About tab and in the banner. And if you have any of your own game captures that you'd like to submit for amateur reports or sea trials, then I'm sure I did put the email address in the description as well. Well, I think that is everything, ladies and gentlemen. And so, I think I'll just leave you with my screensaver.